Okay, okay, so that part's good, but I pretty much have to set things up where the rosters are already good. So I'll stop sharing the screen for now and play around with this a bit. Okay, so I made a tweak real quick and now I'll be able to get back to looking for. So again, what I need to do for rosters, which is where we're at now in this process, is I have to get the .rs file, move it to Documents Madden in L08 rosters folder, then load them in game by from the main menu, selecting menu at the bottom right of the screen, then file, and then selecting the downloaded roster. So let me work on that. So Roger Jinx does have a more recent rosters, so I'll look for his most recent rosters. So that's 2024, 2025, and there's 2025, 2026. This would likely be a good one to get. So it says first install FF, FFF1, which I did. Then the updated DB plates. Let's see. Oh, hold on. It's possible that there are updated versions of this. Let me double check that. So, I feel like this is what I downloaded, but I'm not 100%. So that was updated to 2019. I feel like this is what I was following when I was working on this. Okay, profiles, download. Favorites to download. Okay, does look like I might have already done this. Um, so I can get a little look-see, see if there's anything different. So this had installation instructions dated from 4/5/2021. I feel like I already did that. So place all files from the file explorer into, okay, so into the, oh, okay. So although I might have already done it, I also undid it because this needs to go into documents, which means I gotta do it again. So put all, okay, well, then if that's the case, I will do the following. I will take this. I will shred this. To install, place all the files from File Sorter into your Documents Madden in the File 08 folder. Okay. Okay, as a quick test, I have a feeling when I make changes, that's going to mess up the version number. But real quick, let me just confirm that the version number is the correct version number, which should be 4.0. Yes. So that is saying 4. And I have a feeling changing this out is going to affect that because I feel like that happened before. But we'll see. So I have to take all of these and put them in Documents Madden in the File 08 folder. Okay, I'm doing that now. Okay. So now I did that. Let me double check if the version number is the 4.0 or if it's now going to 0.0, which was a bug that happened earlier and I couldn't quite figure out why. Yeah. Okay, so that definitely is what. Okay, I was wondering. Okay, so that change is definitely what changed the version number. Okay, well, at least now I know. Okay, so then the core files are now in there. So I can now update this part. And this is called graphics. So I can go to Okay, so this is graphics that I already had done, but I'll just do it again. So so this says these are the graphic files. To install, place all the files into the documents Madden folder. Okay. Okay, so paste these in. Okay, then it says the program files. So check the downloads folder. Okay, great. Again, I'm just making sure this is at the actual up-to-date thing. I think it's the same thing, but the best way to make sure is to just do it again. Okay. Okay, and then place that launch. Okay, so place launch and launch. I'll go ahead and put it in the desktop folder that I have going. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So I'll put this in here. Now replace the file. And then it says go into the data one folder and place UIS lib into the data one file. Okay. So put these guys into the data one file. Okay, that would be this one. Okay, replace those. Okay, so then that's that part. And then so that takes care of that. So this was alternate Nike uniforms. Let me check. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's get that. It says make a backup copy of before installing. Oh, you know what? I think it's just a bit too much. Well, maybe. Um, make a backup copy, then open. So let's know for me what as a replacement file. All versions of Nike uniforms included. These are generally very similar to the default uniforms, but with different sock colors. And yeah, that's yeah, same thing from last time. That's just a little too much going on. Okay, so then it's I don't really want to optional. Okay, and then we did the Couch manuscripts. I don't know what other of these things are needed, but I do know that I now for sure have this figured out. So now I just need to double check, make sure this is good. So it looks like this might be a new thing compared to what I updated it to, since I haven't done this yet. So we're gonna download it. Okay, so this was db Let me double check. I got okay, great. this is the correct file. Okay. Okay, so does it have some information on what to do with that? Okay, I think I just need to go back to this one. Yeah, this one. So this, I can call this V2. And then I will, instead of that one, I will use this one. So I'll copy that into there. Okay, so that is here with that one. So the next thing is this should replace your DB templates from the FI mod, and it is. So this has the what's new is it's got 2025 NFL preseason, including HOF game, and 2025 NFL regular season, and 2025 salary cap, which is set to $279.2 million. Okay. And then okay. So this is the DB templates that Roger Jinx said to put in. So that's a check. Then the portrait packs. So let's do that. It says drop this in my documents Madden NFL 08 folder, and this is compatible with the 2025-2026 Jinx roster and also the 2025-2026 Jinx franchise. So let's go ahead and get that going. I'm going to download this and then we're going to scan it with our Norton. the thing about images, they take up a lot of space. That's going to be a slow one. All right, we're going to give that time to download. So I imagine that having to put in this new information is what, let me see, it seems to be confirmed that thing that caused the V 4.0 to become V 0.0 are these files I'm adding to the documents folder, but it's kind of required to have this in order to be as updated as possible, which is the goal. So I shouldn't really worry about the version number not being correct. What's important is that it has the most up-to-date information as possible. Okay, that's coming to an end. Okay, great. So I'm going to go ahead and run a scan from here with my Norton. Try that it good. Okay, looks good. So I need to put this where? Oh, right, in the documents Madden 08 folder. Okay. Documents Madden NFL 08. And this is called UIS underscore LIB such and such player board. So let's find that. And the one that exists here now and mark that as the original. And then paste in the new one. So again, this is player. Okay, so this is the one that we are going to mark it as original. And then we will paste in the new one. UIS lib player. Yes. Okay. So pasting in this new one. So now we have that in. Same thing goes, but this time with coach. Same steps. Download. Doesn't look like a scan is required for this particular one. Looks like that was already done by Google. But I could always play it safe and just run it and scan. Okay, that's good. So same thing, go to the folder. This time look for coach. Okay, there. Rename this to say rig. Take this new guy. And paste it. Okay, next. So there's those two. So phase one, it says rookies and coaches, 0% of the drafted rookies have portraits now. 90% of the signed coaches have portraits. And phase two, 0% completed for the vet portrait update. And phase three, UDFAs or other players in signed and in practice squad. So that makes me wonder if I should be like, if this at least has, okay, one would figure that's that portrait update. So one would figure that by update, he means for the season 2025-2026. So likely they still have the same data as from 2024 to 2025, which would still be an improvement over the 2021 stuff. So seems likely to be that case. Okay, that's probably good. Okay, so then it says you should install uniforms created by G4CK01 and expanded by WAPO. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's download that anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna do the uniforms. I'm gonna do the face mask overhaul. And then after I have all of that, then that's when I'm gonna try and put in the Jinx roster. Okay, that's still downloading. All right, I'm just waiting for the download. So then we can. Oh, hi, Ardina. Huh? Sorry, but this seems lame. Jokey face. So. Oh, I think that's your jokey face. It's a virus. What's a virus? Something I downloaded? Probably not. But, I'm a little more teed off that my network is, at least according to my computer. Someone's trying to mess with my computer through my network. That's annoying. So I put the VPN on. Still annoying though. I'm not the kind of person who can keep track of things very well. So if I change something, I won't necessarily remember A, that I changed it, and B, what I changed it to. Mhm. Okay, that's ready. I guess it's the same thing. I gotta put it in the documents folder. Let's see. Uniforms. Yep. Same thing. Okay, then. Rename this to a rig. Oh, then I'll put in the new one after I scan it. Should we find them? Okay, that's good. Okay, copy that. Back to here, paste that in. So, updated face mask overhaul. Okay. Yes, you're that after a lot of trial and error, many heartbreaks. Yeah, I know that feeling. I finally was able to mold every face mask into its modern counterpart. Mostly. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the more wacky and zany. Oh, this is from Boris Anteater in the post helmets. Wow, 2025 complete face mask overhaul. But yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't get the more wacky and zany stuff they've been pushing out, like the 808 face masks or the ones with the cool patterns. Because no, it's not new models; it's reused assets, just rearranged and manipulated. But I promise you'll still love it. I'm having to worry about auto-generate players wearing a Dan Marino face mask in the big 2025. Much like the helmet models I've also made, it's so every single face mask corresponds to its respective positions and how common or uncommon they are, and I will go over them with various screenshots and comparisons. Here's a rundown for how equipment applies to auto-generate players in case you care. Style 1, Riddle, Speed, Flex, Precision, Diamond, most common. Style 2, Shut Air XP Pro Q11 LTD, least common. Style 3, Shut, I think, F7 U R1, same most common. Yeah, that all sounds fun. I think my boyfriend will enjoy. At the very least, this could be a nice link to include in the folder in case he's interested in checking it out. So let me save this as something that I can stuff in a folder. Oh, I know. I can print this as a PDF. That'll do. Destinations, here's PDF. Do that. And I'll put this in the folder that I got going in case he wants to check it out. It's possible. Okay, cool. That should work. Because I don't really give too much interest in this, but my boyfriend likes things. So he might be like, "Ooh, that's so cool." This is his jam. Eh? Ryan already asked, could you mind to where all of the players are wearing undergarments of a certain variety? I mean, in theory, someone could do that. I have no interest in actually making the mods. Okay, moving on. Where do I get this information? Okay, it's in the zip. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Next. Whew, okay. Do a quick scan. Good to go. Unzip. That work or no? Try that again. What? Okay. Are you sure? Where? Uh, Weird. Okay, so apparently it's here. Just I don't know where. I am not seeing it. This is confusing. Okay. HEL. Oh, there. Okay, so here's that. And this is play data. Okay, so play data. Oh. So now we're talking about play data. Um, we'll call this V2 or V3. And then paste this in. Okay. So that should be it for that. Okay. So then the other, oh, so that's all of that. So now I can do the Jinx Roster. version 4, which here in version 4 it says covers transactions as of May 4th, 2025, and all drafted rookies in their respective team, and 332 UDFAs added. And if a player was signed and not in the team, he should be in reserve players, and updated portrait pack for the rookie portrait slots. Once their official photo is available, this will be update later on. Well, we'll see. Okay, download this. Okay, so back to downloads. Um, so this is the roster. Sorry. Okay, so I had already, so I have to copy this, and according to the original, oh yeah, according to the original thread, I have to put this in the rosters folder. Alright, so you should mount it to add cage characters. Okay, that I would find very humorous and entertaining, but most people probably I don't see a very big um when considering the Venn diagram of the situation, I don't see a lot of overlap. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Okay, here's rosters. So here is where we put Jinx roster. And then it was talking about some steps on how to get the um okay, so how to get the roster updated. Says to load them in game from the main menu, selecting menu at the bottom right of the screen, then file, and then selecting to down the downloaded roster. Okay, so that would be good. Okay, menu, file, load. Yes. Okay, So this is all the most up to date information that's currently available. Okay, that takes care of um that part of things. Then then there's still a matter of franchise. Okay. Um but let me also double check. I'm pretty sure I already got okay, I already got the portraits. So that's good. And then it does appear that I already did this one, because that's one of the things that he was saying is you have to. Okay, yeah, so I did that one. So I did the portraits, I did the schedule, and sorry, cap. I just did the roster, so let me do the franchise. Let's see. Well, somebody doesn't want their Seahawks done dirty. Well, hopefully that'll work out okay. All right, let's see. So pre-draft update for the franchise. Not sure what that means. Maybe there's some information. No, that just says FRA. Okay, let me check. Maybe there's something called a franchise folder. Unclear. Okay. Franchise? I don't know if I even need franchise technically. I don't recall ever doing anything with franchise before. Not to say that it's not a cool thing to do. I just don't have the experience with it. Okay, let's see if I can get a little more information about what that's about, because I don't know. Does he say where to put it? No. Um. Okay. If I search for franchise, does that lead to anything helpful? Hmm. Is that all the same question? Yes. Okay. How do you use franchise? My main question. Sorry. Since I'm doing a screen share, I don't really have a way to keep checking in on the chat on my computer. So I have to do it on my phone, but I also am trying to conserve my battery. So I kind of just have to check into chat. Oh, right. Just said, well, I'm the only one watching at the moment, so you could say 100% of your watchers want it. Yeah, maybe so, Ryan, but I'd rather take the time playing Kingdom Hearts than trying to figure out how to mod Kingdom Hearts into this game, is the thing. So, I don't know. Maybe in the future, but definitely not filming it today. I wouldn't know the first thing about actually making mods for this game. The last time I tried to do any kind of modding for any game was back in the day when I was trying to make mods for Sims 2? Yeah, Sims 2. Okay, I don't understand what a franchise is. I wish I knew. Oh, I didn't know Richard Jinx was in the Philippines. That's cool. Yeah, he's been doing this for a long time, making these mods. He's like the go-to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it's supposed to go. So I installed all of that, but then where do you put it though? Okay, it says coaches updated 2025 sorry cap adjusted transactions as of April 19, 2025. Season starts after the 24th season, right before the 2025 draft. Year 2008 in game, so we still have 20 seasons to go. Okay. Actual 2024-25 season game results. Actual player stats 2024 will show as 2007, 2023 will show as 2006, etc. Top 257 rookies draftable, and there remains 22 stored in practice squad. More UDFAs added. Most rookies rated via NFL.com, unable to determine other rookies' DOB. So their age is set to 21 at the moment. Okay. How do you get this? Where do you put it? I guess I should say. Okay, maybe there's something about franchise over here. I hear another reading. So you'll likely want is Madden app. This is a provider for rosters and franchises. It even has its own drafting system that can replace the normal Madden draft in franchise mode. Like some utilities in Madden Box actually requires that NET framework version of 4.5 plus. Okay, I'll just be lame and do a search for .fra file. Because I can't tell where this is supposed to go. But that doesn't mean it doesn't go somewhere. I just don't know. That's interesting. So there's only one instance of .fra available, at least in this folder. It could be in other folders, but it's in the initiation script. That's so funny. So I used to do this when I first started doing this kind of modding thing for trying to rework 908. I wasn't trying to get into computers. This is like my third time now, and like now I've gone through grad school. And I'm like, oh, I actually know what this stuff does. But had I not had the experience with this, I don't know if I would have been leaning toward computer stuff. So it's funny. Anyway, I don't know where this is supposed to go. That part's not funny. Because if it doesn't go where it's supposed to go, the program won't find it. So it's like it didn't even do it. I wish there was a little bit more information. Oh, where'd you put this? Maybe someone. Nope, it's in there. Okay, I don't get it. But if there was, okay. Another thing to try is look at a previous franchise post. Maybe that would help. Okay, rating. Franchise. Should install. Okay, I already got all that. You should also install the, okay, I got that. I saw that. All of that I saw. What I don't know is where do you put this? Okay. Oh, here we go. This was last year's franchise. Maybe there's some information. Okay, so it's post and pre, and it's compatible with that particular picture pack. Follow the instructions. Oh, okay. That might be what I'm looking for. So that talks about just the updates. And then follow instructions here. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so cool. I feel like this isn't helpful. So I've done that. That was wonderful. Where do you put this? No, that was raster. Okay, I already got raster. That's not a problem. Franchise. What do I put franchise? Hmm. I don't get it. I don't get it. That seems like a cool thing, I just don't get it. So that's all done. That's done too. Oh, don't get it. Okay. Test journal. Documents. Okay. Once you own the game, the next step is to install and run the game. First, install the game. Next, run the game, configure any graphics settings. I mess around a bit to see what options and menus there are. Where I create a save roster, franchise, or superstar file. Really? Okay. There's a way to create the franchise. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So effectively, I don't see franchise because I haven't used franchise. Is that the idea? But once I do, then I will. That's something to test out. Sure, okay. It could be that. Let's pretend that's what the problem is. Yeah, I don't really play this game, so I don't really know what makes franchises happen. Um, Ryan, I didn't know if there was a YouTube video for this already. There probably is. Oh, okay, there we go. Game mode, franchise, I can load. Really? How so? Where are you looking for loading? Interesting. Oh, is that all it is? Something you have to load? Oh, sure. That works. Oh, game modes, franchise, load, load file. Okay. Type franchise. No data available. Gotcha. Interesting. Okay, done. Game mode, franchise, new. Franchise set up. Trade, fantasy, allow. I don't know. Done. Oh, start franchise. Oh, okay. Exit. Cool. Oh, yeah, save. So there is a franchise. Interesting. Save. Sure. Done. Okay. Now that I've actually introduced franchise, perhaps there is a folder now called franchise, or at least the file that says .fra. Hmm. Okay, that's all. Huh. Okay, so I technically just did something here at 624, so that might 24. Huh. Oh, 623. There we go. That's where we can put that. Okay, great. Off-season franchise. Copy. Paste that in. Now I can go back to the game. Now I should be able to select this other thing that I just put in there. Okay, franchise, load, season. Yes. Okay, beautiful. Okay. Okay, so now we have franchises in the mix. We have the rosters in the mix. Um, so that's great. So another editing utility you likely want is Madden app. This is another provider for rosters and franchises, and even has its own drafting system that can replace the normal Madden draft in franchise mode. Ryan says, think you should play the game, know it, so the vocabulary makes sense. I hear you, but also not particularly interested in playing this game. Maybe later. But for right now, I'm just trying to make sure it's well for my boyfriend to play, because he just really, really loves playing this game. Okay, so then I do want to get text mod. I got the rosters. Yay. It's like, I don't know how much he would want to do his own editing. So I don't know if I should try and do that. But it might be a good thing to have in case he wants to do something with it. Okay, I'll just have it available in case he wants it. Okay. I guess I just need to put the whole thing in there. Okay, that's what I'll do then. And then if he wants to play around with it, he's welcome to. And the idea is this is for editing. Roster franchise editing. Okay, I'll make a folder for that. Okay, for editing rosters and franchises. Okay, so that's for that. And this is text mod. Download. Doing a scan. Okay. Show more options. Summon zip. Extract. and then copy that, and then for graphics, maybe for graphics, and then paste that there. And then I think that's everything. Let's see. I don't know if he wants to do. So then if he wants to do online play, don't run any mods before you begin? Really? Well, that's a little late. Okay, technically I might have already hopefully did that first part. Okay, so download the patch, which I did. Ooh, hold on. Are you telling me that the version 4? Are you kidding? Is that why it's not seeing version 4? Because I have to put him back in there? Oh, probably. Okay. At this point, it just feels like I'm going back and forth at this rate. Okay, let me go back to the part about version 4. I mean, but all right. That should be already like that. Because the idea was to put that in program files. All right, so the idea was put those all in data 0. All right, I guess. Let's try it again. Okay, so this is going to go just in the folder. And everything else has to go in data 0. Oh, but it could go in there? Oh. So either way, that is supposed to go in program files. I technically don't utilize that. So I have no reason to suspect this is a different thing, but I'll just pretend it is. And I'll put this in. Yeah, it looks like there's that same thing. And then the rest of these things, I can try and put them in the same folder and see what happens. But they also already might be here. Either way, it's supposed to be in data 0 folder. So one of the things that's supposed to be changed is DBS for Teams. This is data as of 07. And if I were to go to here, that is also saying 07. So I don't really know if any of this is actually different. But I'll pretend. Okay, so eh, so these guys, those last three, I feel like I already did this, but I'm just making sure. So the three that I'm doing things with are Teams, templates, and strained. Teams. Okay, I'm gonna rename this to V2. Rename this to V2. And then this to V2. Then I'm gonna take these three and paste them in. Okay, so this shouldn't have changed anything because I'm pretty sure I did it right. Shouldn't have changed anything. But this is more just a check. So going back to here. Alrighty. Okay, that's still saying 0.0. Six. Very similar. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know if he's interested in doing online play or not. Okay, so that's it for franchise. That part's a check. It looks like I did everything with the upgrade to the patch. Considering that used to be 4.0 before I started seeing 0.0. Another option I have is, okay, let's try that. If I take, I go back to downloads, but I find those three folders again. Or these three. And then go back to documents and data 0. Data 0. Do I need to make data 0? Okay. Okay. So I am supposed to put it in how I did in the program files. Well, I mean, technically I'm not putting it in the program files, I'm keeping it in the desktop because I should be able to just run everything from there. As my version was seeing previously, he was able to just run everything from the desktop. So that means what I did should be valid. Okay. Okay, so then installing evolve. Oh, I see. So you have to use a thing to be able to do that. Okay. Really? Okay. Does this not exist anymore? Oh, okay. This might not work anymore. This has been a bit since 2016. Okay, run a search. Oof. Okay, so Firefox. I mean, file rocks. Really? What does this do? One of the most popular e-commerce Explorer softwares. Well, for Windows is software which published after publishing. Some of the, what does it do? Okay, I guess I don't necessarily have to worry about. Okay, great. So it is not actually a thing. So I don't have to worry about it. Okay, I like that. That makes my life a little simpler. That's not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, cool. So I don't have to worry about that part because it doesn't exist. And unless someone has a workaround that they've posted, I'm not looking into it. I have a lot to do already. So that means we cleared out all this first part. We cleared out getting upgraded to 4.0, even though it still reads as 0.0, since I made the tweaks to that. Then I have, let's see, I'll download Mad Max X, but I don't expect to do anything with it. But remember, I might want to. So that part. Okay. So the idea of this is supposed to be good for. Okay. So I'll just keep this for modding and configuring. Eh. So I'll make this folder. I'll make a folder called modding. And I'll throw in this and that into the modding folder. And then here in the modding folder is where I put the this guy. Run a scan. Okay. extract. Copy this, put that in here. Okay, and then, so that part's done. And I'll get these two to just put in there. Okay, so I'm gonna go footer for database editing. And then, okay. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, okay, and then the other one is the DAT file replacer. What? I didn't do that. It's weird. Okay. Try that again. Sorry, I already got Calhoun's. Okay, cool. I already got Calhoun's scripts. Okay, wait. Copy this. Put that in the database 19 folder. Okay, right. And then so did the rosters got the text mod? Things seem like maybe Like if they're looking for evolve, that's a no. But if maybe they have something that doesn't involve evolve. Okay. Yeah. He's just like pretty good about just doing single player experience time against the CPUs. So, or, computer players. So that should be good. And then Heisman 14. So there's a Canadian, there's a Heisman. I think he's pretty much good with regular because I don't usually do college. And he's never had any issues with the. He's good at bringing things up if he wants something. Okay. If you have any issues with the game, go to basic troubleshooting checklist and follow it to attempt to fix your issues. If none of the tips that work, ask for help in the forum, but please provide as much detail as you possibly can. Now go and enjoy Madden NFL 8 modded to full glory. If you have any questions, comments, or thoughts about Madden and its mods, please feel free to post on this forum. We're a great community. We'll be glad to help whenever we are able. If you'd like to attempt modding yourself or are looking for links using information, go to useful links thread. Not currently. Maybe in the future. I'm not really about it. I just don't want to do that today or anytime soon. Okay, basic troubleshooting checklist. Manually is a rather old game, and with modern systems and all the ways we can modify the game, it can often crash with other issues. This thread will hopefully help people overcome and troubleshoot any issues they may be having, at least at basic level. Okay, this I will save as a PDF to include into the folder. Okay. All right, so that's the best I can do for that. And good. This is probably the last well, as far as this goes, as far as what I'm doing with this process that I started, I don't know, about a month ago, this is it. We have successfully gotten from the top of this down to the bottom of this. And although it's not that many words, it's a lot to do. And then if you're me, redo a few times. So it does seem, the way things are standing now, we have everything downloaded that was recommended and also that I saw reasonably important to download. I did have a folder that looks good. I think I did an okay job at trying to keep things as simple as possible. I will be doing a walkthrough with my boyfriend as I can, hopefully. Uh, so I can talk to him about a few of the key aspects that he needs to bear in mind. Hopefully in person. That would be the best. Let's see what else. So it does appear. Okay, let me, before I forget to do that again. Here's my documents folder. Here's my documents folder. Copy this because this is what he's going to need his documents folder to be. So let me put that in. I will make a new folder. Actually, I'll add that folder into here. And this is okay, so then this is what okay, so I have the readme.txt. So I don't necessarily need him to do that. What I do need him to do is copy and place CNFL 08. Okay. Copy and place the NFL 08 file into documents. Okay, replace, copy and place. Okay, before starting the game. Okay, before starting, before first, before first, how do I want to put that? Before your first, before your first, your first time playing the game, copy and paste Madden NFL folder into documents. Okay, so this is what he needs to put into there, into his documents folder. Okay. So let's try that. Is copy. Okay. Okay. So then Okay. All right. That I think is it. I think I think I'm done with this process. That's pretty cool. Um, okay, cool. Um, that's it. If I do any more mod and matting, it'll be a whole nother, like it might be to update. Is it? I wasn't paying attention. Did they do that? Hold on. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, you're right. They sure did put Copilot. That's right there. That's unfortunate. So, yay. To the best of my understanding, this works. To the best of my understanding, it has all of the current, most currently available information. I won't really know till my boyfriend plays it some amount of time and gets it back to me. And then I got to make whatever changes I may need to make. But to the best of my understanding, this should be all of the information. It should be up to date, at least. So effectively, those things that, let's just say, when it comes to the portraits and the rosters and such, the furthest back that it should be is 2024, 2025. That's what it should be. Because what I do know, especially based on what I learned from computer science grad school, is you need to make a file. If you're making a file to replace another file, which is what is the case for all the files that I had to put in, they were meant to replace original files. So when that's the case, and it's just one file, that means the information has to be, it's got to be effectively self-enclosed. All the information has to be self-enclosed. So if they're expecting, and the other thing is with Roger Jinks, he does do annual updates. So it makes sense that the latest back would be um, from last year. And so whatever new information is now available since after the draft, but anything that isn't the newest information should be at least from 2024 through 2025, which is not a bad thing considering that we're talking about Madden 08. So yeah, it's still significantly better. Again, I don't know for sure. So my boyfriend plays it around with it, and if he says like, "Oh, these are old rosters" or something, I don't know. So I don't know. But until then, uh, okay. So I'm just kind of trying to keep it mellow. Uh, Last week was like a lot. Then my brother popped in for a visit, which is awesome, but it was like already a lot, and then got even more. And then I just had to do like 40 minutes of dishes today. So I'm just kind of really grateful it's a 3-day weekend and that I can just stay at home tomorrow. But yeah, I'm just gonna continue to just chillax. So I'm gonna go eat some dinner. Then I'm gonna come back here on my computer and do some Kingdom Hearts live streaming because I did a good job at trying to make sure my boyfriend was good today. I got golf class time in and I got to a good place with the Madden modding. So I'm gonna enjoy seeing Hearts time because that's what I like to do for fun. Yes, sir. That's definitely what I like to do for fun. So I'm gonna eat some food and then I'll come back here for Kingdom Hearts time. I don't like missing dancing time, but also I kind of need to take it easy because now that it's almost summer, I kind of need to start off summer in a good place. Because I need to make sure that I'm able to roll with other whatever punches there may be. I'm still a little like touch and go because last summer was like oof with a few things, and I'm hopeful that things are going to go better this summer, but I'm still not really sure. So I kind of want to just keep things as mellow as possible. So I'll probably take a no, I'm not probably. I'm definitely taking a pause on dancing time for today, and I may or may not do some tomorrow. Either way, I'm definitely going to eat some food and come back for some Kingdom Hearts time. Super psyched about that. I still have some more chests and trinities and such to go find. I'm gonna take a break from. Oh, okay. Ryan says I'll dance for both of us. Smiles. All right. Sounds good. I know you're joking that you're confused, but I appreciate that. You know me, I'm being enjoying the dancing time. A little too much. Uh, but definitely enjoying it. But right now I'm just trying to give my body a chance to just be ready for whatever this summer has to bring. Still might have to do jury duty in July. We'll see about that. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, close out the stream now. So if you're at all interested, Reinardina, please come by later on for my Kingdom Hearts time for whatever of that you were able to. Thanks for being here. And that is it for errands, as you say, for today. Got done with my errands. Got done with my chores, I think you said. Either way, that takes care of that, and now I can have some fun again. I like having fun. All right. Looking forward to you being available if you are in India, either later today or like whenever. It's all good. Oh, all right. Well, thank you, Reinardina. Thank you to anyone who I may have missed. And whenever, wherever, however, whatever, just make the most of it. That's the most important part. Bye bye.